which could be seated, it could be in child's pose, it could be on your back if you would like to begin the little grounding. If you have any pains in your back or your neck, sometimes supporting the spine is best. So you choose how you would like to begin. I'm going to take this off. We want to begin by coming into our bodies, right? So maybe you close your eyes and just begin to direct your awareness into your physical body. Right? Begin by checking in and see if you're holding any contraction in your jaw, your neck, or your shoulders. Maybe just allow these areas to soften a bit. Right? But then we cultivate this connection by feeling into our hands, we feel into our feet, we feel into our legs, our arms, our fronts, our backs, our insides. Right? And we just begin to work our attention from the external world down into our bodies and begin to work into our internal space. Right? We use the breath. With the in-breath, we begin to breathe in a little bit fuller and deeper, bringing in oxygen, but prana and chi, this life force energy, into our bodies. Right? As we exhale, we breathe out through the nose, just a little bit slower than the inhale. Right? So just slightly longer. You might feel a little relaxing as you breathe out. And then you breathe in again through the nose. Your body expands, bringing in oxygen and prana, energy into the body. And as you exhale, again, you slowly release the breath. And maybe a little bit of tension or contraction or stress or worry or the stuff that's been carrying around, you've been carrying around in your bodies. And so just a couple more breaths here. Good. So maybe one more breath where you are. And then we'll begin to make our way on to hands and knees, coming into table. And just beginning with some gentle movements, which can begin with some small cat-cow breaths or some hip circles, or maybe you feel like more movement already. But we want to inhale and kind of open up through the front of the body. And then as you exhale, you want to open up through the back of the body. So we breathe in, you might lower your belly a bit, lift your head and tailbone up. And as you exhale, you can tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, really press down to the hands. Again, you can alter these. Again, if you want more or less movement, you can do circles or, more towards a child's pose or an upward dog. Right? But maybe 2 or 3 more rounds. And I recommend throughout the class, as much as you're comfortable, to close your eyes. Right? And I'll offer the cue a few times. You can do it or not, but sometimes we don't even realize our eyes are open. And then when we close our eyes, we can just feel a little bit more. Right? And we connect a little bit more. So last round of breath with movement, and then we'll settle into a child's pose. All right, so we'll take the hips back towards the heels. Right, forehead can rest to the ground or maybe the arms. But again, we check in, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders, the back, feet, toes, and then we consciously move the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Right, inhales are full. Exhales, we do want to be a little bit longer than the inhale, just for today, for this practice. Good, and then from here, we'll come up into table with an in-breath. And then downward dog as you exhale. Then we'll do a few rounds of like a Chakravakasana variation. So with your next breath in, we'll bring the knees down to the mat. And you can arch if you like the cat. As you exhale, we'll round back towards a child's pose. So it's like through the cat and then hips back towards child's pose. And then you'll breathe in again, rising up into your table. You can arch as much as you like. And then exhale to your downward dog. And we'll do this maybe 2 more cycles through. As you breathe in, the knees come down. You can arch as much as you like. Exhale as you round back towards your child's pose. And then with your in-breath, you'll rise back up into your table. And then downward dog as you exhale. Okay, try maybe 1 more round, and you might close your eyes as you're doing this. You can move faster or slower than I'm cueing. Right, but your knees come to table as you inhale, child's pose as you exhale. Good. 1 more round up into table as you inhale. And when you find yourself in your downward dog next time, you can stay there. Right? We'll take a few breaths to pedal out the feet as you wish, or you might just find stillness in your downward dog. Right? But try to keep your breath moving at that same rhythm, in slowly, out just a little bit more slowly. Good. From here, let's inhale forward into plank, and then exhale back to your downward dog. And we'll do this a few more times. With your in-breath, you'll come forward into plank, staying strong through your core. And then exhale, lifting hips up and back for downward dog. Good, maybe one more round. Slow breath in. Again, slightly slower breath out. Good, and then this time we'll bring our knees to the mat with the inhale and come into a child's pose again as you exhale. Again, just settling in for just a moment of stillness, but with the practice of reining our attention, our awareness back into the body, right? And just feeling maybe sensations in your hands, your heartbeat, maybe some stretch in your back or your shoulders. Really nothing right or wrong to feel it. This is more of like a brain exercise, a mental practice of just coming back. Good, and noticing. Good. Last breath where you are. And then we'll come back up into table with an inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. We'll just take a full round of breath here in the downward dog. And then we'll be moving to the top of the mat. So we'll take an inhale to begin, and as you exhale, you can step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Lift up halfway as you breathe in, and then exhale as you fold. We'll come all the way to stand with the inhale, reaching the arms overhead. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Good. Stay here for a breath. Deep inhale, slow exhale. And we'll do our sun salutation A variation. So breathe in as you lift your arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Hands to your mat as you exhale. You can step or hop to plank as you breathe in. Lower down as you breathe out. Cobra or upward dog as you inhale, lifting head and shoulders. Downward dog as you exhale. We'll take a full round of breath in, a full round of breath out here. And then it's another inhale to prepare. And then exhale as you bring your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Come to stand, inhaling arms all the way up. Hands to your heart as you exhale. We'll do that one more time. So breathe in, reach arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to the mat as you breathe out. Plank with your inhale. Lower down as you exhale. Breathe in as you lift your head and shoulders up. Downward dog as you breathe out. And then it's a full round of breath in, maybe a cleansing breath out. And then one more breath in, and then exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Come to stand, inhaling arms all the way up. Hands to your heart as you exhale. And then we'll pause here. Option to close your eyes or not, but come into the body. Notice what you feel. Right, we might take a cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose, opening the mouth with your exhale, and a big deep inhale after that. Good. We're all doing good at home. Good. Hi guys. There's new people. Yay. All right, so from your mountain pose, as you inhale, lift your arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Hands to your mat as you exhale. Plank as you breathe in. So you can step or hop. You don't have to hop. And then lower down as you breathe out. Lift your head and shoulders up. Big breath in. And then downward dog as you breathe out. This time we'll stay here. Right, so maybe 2 or 3 breaths. You can stay here. You can take child's pose if you need a rest. You can pedal your feet out. Those of you that want some fun tuck-ups, you can practice those. Hopping the knees to the chest. Right, so a few breaths to do your practice. Those tuck-ups are optional, right? And then we'll move on with our practice. So from here, your right foot will reach up to the sky. 1 cheetah as you exhale, round and tuck. 3-legged dog with your in-breath. We'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. And then crescent with your in-breath, and we'll open up to warrior 2 as we breathe out. Good. So staying in your warrior 2 here. You should have your right toes facing the front of the mat. Left toes facing the side. Good. And then as you inhale, just straighten your arms, lift both arms to the sky, both legs straight, and then exhale, bend your knees. Or bend your right knee, hands to shoulder height. You guys know this. Inhale, straighten your leg, lift your arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, hands come to shoulder height. Nice. One more time. Full breath in. Nice, slow breath out. Good. And then pause here in your warrior 2. We're going to work with our triangle. So right leg will straighten as you breathe in. And then lower your right hand down as you breathe out. Stay here. 2 breaths in. Try for a little bit slower breath out. Good, last breath here. And then reverse warrior as you inhale. So bend your right knee, reach your right hand up to the sky, and then we'll stay here with the exhale. Another breath in, slow breath out. Good, last breath here, and then side angle. So either your right elbow can come to the knee or the ground, left hand either to the sky or possibly overhead. Last round of breath. And then reverse warrior. As you breathe in, we'll windmill the hands to the mat with the exhale. And we'll take a good several breaths to do whatever you would like before we switch sides. So you may want to flow, you may want to rest, you might stretch, you might strengthen. So there's a few of you, most of you are very familiar with the tuck-ups, but I know there's a few of you that are new, so I'll quickly tell you because I just saw you looking. Tuck-ups are just fun. You don't have to try, but you look up by your hands, and you bend your knees, and you sink your hips down, and then you pop your hips up, but try to keep your knees in your belly, right? So we don't want to, like, donkey kick, right? We want to bring knees to belly, right? And shoulders, yeah. So those are just optional, but they're a fun way to get in, get the heart rate up, get the shoulder strength, get hand strength and awareness. Again, never have to do them, but if you like, you can. So when you're ready, downward dog, and we'll switch sides. But first we get grounded in our hands and our feet. We pull our attention into our downward dog here. And then as you inhale, we'll lift the left foot up to the sky. And then cheetah as you exhale. We'll round and tuck. Three-legged dog with your in-breath. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale, and then crescent as you breathe in, and warrior two as you breathe out. And then take a moment. So left toes face the front of the mat, right toes face the side. And then just 3 times. We'll straighten the leg, lift the arms up as you breathe in, and then bend the knee, left knee, arms come to shoulder height as you exhale. 2 more. So breathe in, slow breath out for your warrior two. Nice. 1 more time. Inhale, and exhale. Good, and then we'll take a breath here in our warrior two. And then we'll find our triangle. So as you breathe in, straighten your left leg. Left hand lowers as you exhale. Right hand reaches up to the sky. 2 slow breaths here. Good, last breath. And then we'll come into our reverse warrior. So bend your left knee, reach the left hand up to the sky. Right hand can reach down the leg or maybe down towards the ground. Good, 1 more in-breath here. And then side angle as you breathe out. So either the elbow to the knee, maybe the hand to the ground. That top arm can reach to the sky, or if you take it up by the ear, you really get lengthen that right side. Good. With your next in-breath, reverse warrior. So left hand reaches up to the sky, and then windmill your hands to the mat as you exhale. Several breaths to do whatever you would like. Again, maybe to rest. You might come back to your tuck-ups. Yikes. You might stretch in a certain way. You might be moving, you might be still. All is good. Nice. Oh, yay. I see everybody. Yay. So nice to see all you. All right. So we meet in downward dog when we're ready. And from our downward dog, so we take a moment to just, again, consciously bring our awareness into our physical body, which pulls us here into now, right? Moves us away from the mind and all the thoughts that sometimes can be overpowering. And with your breath in, we'll reach right foot to the sky. We'll take right knee to right elbow 1 time with the exhale. 3-legged dog with your in-breath. We'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. Again, crescent as you breathe in. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Good. So from here, we're going to work with our half moons. So eventually we build on where we kind of flow into it from a reverse warrior. But for now, maybe from your warrior two, reach your right hand out, slide the left leg in. And we want to activate, it's hard on the carpet, activate through the side body to lift that top leg. Right, try to stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Try to breathe, last breath in. And then warrior two as you breathe out. That's a hard one. Very nice. So from here, to balance the breath, we inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms up, and then slow, smooth exhale as you come back to your warrior two. 2 more times. Breathe in, pull in oxygen, prana energy. Exhale, slowly, smoothly, come back to your warrior two. 1 more time like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, and then stay here for a breath. And then we'll find our triangle. So we'll straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, right hand lowers. And we want to stretch through the side body that was just actively engaging. Breathing here. If you want a little extra stretch, you can take that top arm, right, reach it overhead for like an extended triangle. Not necessary, right, but optional. Right? And then from here, reverse warrior. So right hand reaches up to the sky. This time, stay here. Right? One more breath in. And as you exhale, hands windmill to the mat. Again, several breaths. Again, you might add on. You might stretch. You might flow. You might find stillness. You might strengthen. Totally up to you and what you need here right now. Awesome. Another round or so of breath. And then we meet in downward dog. And from here, we'll lift the left foot to the sky with an inhale. Left knee to left elbow. Exhale as you come forward. Three-legged dog as you inhale. We'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. Crescent breathing in. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Good. And taking a moment here. We'll be working with our half moon. Right, so you can reach your left hand forward. You may slide the right leg in first, but it's engaging through that right side body. So all the way through the side of the leg, through the core. Right, your hand can be grounded, or you can try to hover it. That's really hard. But good. Last breath in. And then back to your warrior two as you breathe out. Wonderful. And find your stance. But as you inhale, you'll straighten your leg, lift both arms to the sky. Slow, smooth exhale to your warrior two. So left knee bends, hands shoulder height. Two more. Breathe in, nice full breath in. Exhale, smooth breath out. Nice, last one like that. Good, and then we'll stay here for a breath in, a breath out, and then we'll find our triangle. So left leg straightens. Right, we lower the left hand, but try to stay grounded into your right foot. Right, so really stretching and lengthening through the right side body. Option to take that right arm up by your ear for a little extra side body, shoulder stretch. And then from here, reverse warrior. So bend your left knee, left hand reaches up to the sky. Stay here as you exhale. One more breath in. And then hands windmill to the mat as you breathe out. We'll take a couple breaths to do, again, your practice, right? Whatever you need for yourself here. Yeah. Nice. So maybe another breath or two. And then we return to our downward dogs. We pull ourselves into our bodies. We reset, right? We get grounded here. And then this time, we'll inhale the right foot to the sky. And then one cheetah. Exhale as you round and tuck. Three-legged dog as you inhale. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crescent with your in-breath. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Good. So from here, you're welcome to enter your half moon, same as before. That's challenging enough. And if you want to add a little bit of a flow, you can inhale, take your right hand up to the sky for reverse warrior, and try for one smooth motion to come into your half moon as you exhale. Super hard, but again, not necessary. Find your half moon, try for 2 breaths in your half moon. Awesome. Last breath in, and then warrior two as you breathe out. Good. We're going to come straight into our triangle. So straighten your right leg. As you exhale, lower your right hand down, left hand to the sky. All right, so 2 deep breaths in, out slowly. Last breath here. Good. And then reverse warrior as you inhale. So bend your right knee, reach the right hand up to the sky as you exhale. Stay here. One more breath in. Okay, it's a big movement. We're going to come into Skandasana. So you'll straighten both legs. You'll bend your left knee, and you'll kind of scoot down. Some of you might bring your hands down. Your heel may or may not lift, but we're coming all the way down to our Skandasana. So 2 breaths in your Skandasana. In slowly, out slowly. Last breath here. And then we'll come back to our warrior two. So press down to that left foot. Rise all the way up. Right, bend your right knee. Right, arms to shoulder height. Awesome. Last breath here. And then as you inhale, just reverse warrior. Hands come to the mat as you exhale. Get a few breaths for yourself. Again, everything I say is a suggestion, so if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Good. Last breath where you are. And again, we find ourselves back in our downward dogs. We take a moment to, again, consciously bring our awareness into the body. And then with your inhale, left foot reaches to the sky. One cheetah, exhale as you round and tuck. Three-legged dog with your inhale. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crescent as you breathe in. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Good. So take a moment here. We'll be coming into the half moon. Again, your choice if you want to just reach forward, come into it as before, or it would be an inhale, reaching the left hand to the sky for reverse warrior. One big smooth exhale into your half moon. Try for 2 breaths in and out. One more breath in, and then back to your warrior two as you exhale. We'll come right into our triangle. So straighten the left leg as you breathe in. Exhale, left hand lowers down. 2 breaths in and out. One more breath here. Nice. And then we'll rise up, reverse warrior as you inhale. So bend your left knee, left hand reaches up to the sky. Good. Take a breath here and we'll come into that skandasana. So you'll straighten both legs. Bend your right knee as you sink your hips down. You may bring your hands to your heart or they might come to the ground. Right? You might lift them to the sky. You might reach them out to the sides. But try to breathe in your skandasana. Good. Last breath here. And then we'll press back up to our warrior two. So try to press down through that right foot. Lift all the way up. All right, left knee bends. Hands come out to shoulder height. Good. Reverse warrior as you inhale. And then exhale as you windmill the hands to the mat. Several breaths for yourself. Then you can flow, rest, stretch, strengthen. Okay, maybe you close your eyes and just kind of feel into the body, see what you need here now. Good. Last breath or so, we return to downward dog. Once you're there, feel into hands, relax your neck, relax the jaw. As you inhale, reach your right foot to the sky. Right knee to right elbow or tricep or shoulder as you exhale. Three-legged dog, breathe in. We'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. Crescent with your in-breath. Warrior two as you exhale. Good. We'll stay here for a breath. Make your decision on how you want to enter your half moon. And then we'll head that way. So again, if you want the flow, it's to inhale the right hand up to the sky. And then exhale, reach the hand out as you lift the back leg. Try for 2 breaths in your half moon. Good. Last breath in. Again, big movement. We're going to come into our skandasana. So that left foot will lower down. We'll straighten both legs. Bend your left knee as you sink all the way down. Nice. And then breathing here. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Some of you may want to move with those breaths. So I'm switching sides. Good. Last breath in. Breath out. And then we'll rise up to our warrior two. Breathing in. And then exhale there. Good. Reverse warrior as you inhale. Windmill the hands to the mat as you exhale. Couple breaths again to do as you would like. Nice. Maybe another round or so of breath. And again, we meet in our downward dogs. Take a moment to really ground here, be here. And then lift your left foot to the sky with your in-breath. Knee to left elbow or tricep or shoulder as you exhale. Three-legged dog with your inhale. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crescent as you breathe in. Warrior two as you breathe out. You can take a moment, get grounded. You can kind of step into it or you can flow. Left hand to the sky as you inhale, half moon. As you exhale, try for 2 breaths in and out. Last breath in. Again, big movement into our skandasana. So you want to step your right foot down. And you'll bend your right knee, sinking hips down. Left toes may lift up towards the sky. Good. Breathing here. We'll stay for 2 more rounds, and you're welcome to stay there, or you can inhale, rise up. Right, exhale as you switch sides, and then inhale, rise up again. Exhale, switch sides, and then we'll all rise up. Warrior 2, breathing in, and then exhale there. Reverse warrior, inhale, and then hands to the mat as you exhale. And a few breaths for your own practice today. Good. So maybe another couple breaths. And we'll come into our downward dogs. I love the variety of everybody's practice. I love it. Thanks. Good. We'll come back to downward dog when you're ready. Take your time though. Good. And then once you're in your downward dog, same practice. Feel into your hands, your feet, your neck, your arms, your legs. See if you can feel everything at once. And then from here, we'll take a breath in, feet to the top of the mat with the exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Come to stand, inhaling arms all the way up. Hands to your heart as you exhale. And a nice deep breath here. And then inhale as you lift your arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift with your in-breath, and we'll stay in our fold for a few breaths. So exhale, come into a forward fold. Any arm variation, any leg variation, you might want to take your feet a little wider. You might want to take a bind with your arms. But maybe 2 or 3 more breaths here. Want to be sure the back of the neck is long, right? So you're allowing the head to kind of hang heavy. Gravity to work in its opposite direction, decompressing the vertebrae and the neck and the back here. Right? So 1 more round of breath in your fold. And then you can release any bind you might have had and nice and slowly roll up to stand. So you might keep your eyes closed, but you want to round up, feel the stretch move all the way up your back, into your shoulders and into your neck. And then we pause at the top. Just take a moment to feel. Notice what you feel. Good. From here, get grounded into your feet again. Find a nice tall mountain pose, arms at the sides. As you inhale, lift your arms overhead, maybe a little back bend if you were feeling it. And then forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Hands to your mat as you exhale. Plank as you breathe in. Lower down as you breathe out. Lift head and shoulders up as you inhale. Back to your downward dog as you exhale. And take a nice deep breath in your downward dog. And then we'll reach right foot to the sky, breathing in. Right knee to right elbow as you exhale. 3-legged dog, breathe in. 1 more cheetah, exhale as you round and tuck. 3-legged dog with your inhale. We'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. We'll find our crescent, breathing in. And then warrior 2 as you breathe out. And so 1 more time, we're going to do that last little flow part. So you can choose, again, we have different options. You can, stick with me or tune me out. But we'll inhale for our reverse warrior. Half moon as you exhale. Try for a breath in, a breath out. 1 more breath in, and then it's skandasana. So you'll ground that left foot, bend the left knee, sink the hips down. Right, it's a breath in here, a breath out. And then your choice if you want the movement or to stay. If you want to move in, rise up, exhale, lower down. Right, and then inhale, rise up. And then exhale, lower down, good. And then we'll all rise up, warrior 2, breathing in. Exhale, there. And then it's reverse warrior. As you inhale, hands to the ground as you exhale. And we'll just take a short breath here, or a short moment here, and we'll get into the other side, and then we'll get into some other stuff. But sometimes coming into the flow the second time around, the brain is a little more interested, or not interested, but less, whatever, I can't talk, we got it. So left side when you're ready. So when we'll inhale, reach your left foot to the sky, And then left knee to the left elbow or shoulder or tricep. Exhale, three-legged dog, breathe in. Cheetah as you breathe out. Three-legged dog, inhale. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crescent as you breathe in. Warrior two as you breathe out. Okay, we'll take a breath here. And then as you inhale, it's reverse warrior. And then half moon as you exhale. Try for 2 breaths in. Slow breaths out. Good. One more breath in. And then over into Skandasana. So the right foot lowers, we lower down. Okay, take a breath here. Decide if you want to move or stay. If you want to move, it's an inhale. You can rise up. Right, and then exhale, left knee bends. And you can do whatever you want with your arms, right? You can even stay low if you want. Inhale through center and then exhale to the other side. And then we'll all rise up. Warrior two, so rising up. And then exhale, staying in your warrior two. Reverse warrior as you breathe in. And then hands to the mat as you breathe out. Good. Several breaths to, again, for yourself. And you can move, flow, rest, stretch, whatever. So, we're going to come back. How's everybody's knees? I'm feeling a Gomukhasana. Yeah, we can do this. Let's come into our downward dog. Somebody said movement and somebody said fun. So this is a fun little thing, but it's hard to explain. So I'll see if I can walk you through it. From your downward dog, we'll lift the right foot up to the sky and we'll step to the top of the mat with the exhale. We're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. So walk your hands over to the left and you'll turn and pivot your feet to face the wide side of the mat. So you're in a wide leg forward fold. And I turned sideways so my butt wasn't showing, right? So I'm sideways, but that's okay. And from here, we'll take a few breaths in our fold. You might take a bind with your arms or just leave them hang. Be sure your neck is relaxed, your shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Be sure your breath is moving. One more breath here. And then here comes the fun part. We're going to end up in Gomukhasana or cow face pose. So we're going to, how do I do this? Walk our hands over to the left. So keep walking opposite of where you were, and you'll spin your feet, and you'll end up somehow with your left leg on top of the right. So you keep pivoting. So you'll keep walking your hands all the way around. You'll spin on your toes, and you'll end up, I'm not mirroring you now, but you'll end up with your right knee on top of the left knee. And then if that didn't work, we can just come into it. All right, so you should have your right knee down and your left knee on top. I believe. I could be totally wrong. I think I might have got the knees right. Yeah, right knee down, left knee on top. So hip stretch, right? You want to be on the outside edges of the feet, and you may or may not have your knees stacked, but that's kind of what we're going for, is working on getting the knees stacked. Try to get both sit bones grounded. Try to lengthen up through your spine, yet relax in your jaw and your shoulders and your face. Right? A couple of breaths like this. There's lots of options from here. Sorry, some of you have your backs to me, but one option is to fold forward when you just kind of walk your hands out. That'll stretch more in the back side. You can stay upright and add twists and or lateral stretches are wonderful here. Right, so I really like the process of just kind of exploring. Right? You might close your eyes. For the full Gomukhasana, you take your right hand up and you bend your elbow, and then your left hand comes around the back, and then you find your fingers or maybe your shirt or something else. But again, not necessary, just options. Breathe wherever you are, maybe another round or so of breath. All right, then how do I get you guys out of this? So we were over here. All right, so to come out, you will release your arms. You'll take your hands back over to, I'm not nearing you, so you'll take them back over to they were, and you're going to walk your hands all the way around, keep spinning your feet, spin your hands over towards the other foot, and then come back around, and you should end up with the opposite leg on top. Did it work? Yay! So if not, switch your legs. Now it should be your right leg on top of the left, I think. I may have you totally screwed up. All right, yeah, I got thumbs up. All right, so same thing, working on towards the outside edge of the feet, the knees working towards stacked. Unless you have a twist in your knee, like you're welcome to take any adjustments, maybe even stretch the bottom leg out. Work on getting sit bones grounded, lengthening up through your spine, right? So like you can relax the jaw, the neck. You can fold forward if you like, twist, add a lateral stretch. If you do the arms, it would be your left arm up and then the right hand around the lower back, right? So any option you like, breathe in slowly, breathe out more slowly. Couple more here. Hi, Moose. Moose is Tati's dog. Last breath where you are, and then you can come out. Right? And we're going to end up back in our wide leg forward fold. Right? So get there. Right? Somehow that works. So wide leg forward fold. You might, again, adjust your feet a little wider or closer, toes face the wide side of the mat. You can do whatever you want with your arms. But again, neck is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, breath continues to move. Good. And then walking your hands back to the top of the mat. We're just going to step back to our downward dog and take a moment there, pedal out the feet. Because I'm anal about being sides even, lift your left foot up to the sky as you inhale and then step it forward as you exhale. We'll come back to a wide leg forward fold so your hands will walk to your right this time. And this time, if any of you practice headstands, you're welcome to come into your headstand, right? Or if you want, we'll just take maybe 4 or so breaths in this wide leg forward fold. Again, you don't have to do a headstand. Yeah, you can do anything. Nice. Lovely. I see you all. But never any pressure to do anything more than what you want. Awesome. Last breath, and then we'll all make our way back to our wide leg forward folds and get a moment there. I like, if you're in your headstand, to stay in your fold for a breath or two longer and allow your spine to decompress here. Right? So sometimes we rush out of our headstands, but it's really nice to take that time in a forward fold to, again, allow gravity to work opposite. So now we'll walk our hands back to the top of the mat. And you can step back to your downward dog, and then we're balanced. Yay! So breath here in your downward dog. And then we're going to work with malasana. Some of you may want to play around here, hopping into it, or even hopping into your crow before your malasana. Malasana looks like this, right? Yogi squat, toes are turned out, hips are low. But those of you that want to play around, you can work on, hopping, the feet up into your malasana. You can work on hopping into your crow, and then malasana, right? Or you can just stay in malasana and breathe. Nice. You can skip malasana completely too if you want. Practice your crow or any arm balance that you like. Awesome. Last breath in our malasana, and eventually we're going to meet in a seated posture. So you may just come straight back. You might want to stretch your legs out first, and always allow a little bit of time to do whatever you want between our things. Right? And at first it's a little bit weird, but it becomes really good. So, seated forward fold when you're ready. Both legs extended out. Again, we want to breathe in, sit up tall, lengthen up through your spine, and then hinge forward as you exhale. I've really been enjoying crossing my hands on this, right? It works different things in my back and my shoulders, so you might try it. You might try crossing one hand over the other, allow the neck to relax, try for a breath or two, and then switch the cross, whichever arm's on top. Again, not necessary, but some just cool tricks sometimes. Good. Last breath in your fold, and then we'll slowly lift and rise back up. And pause at the top. Get a moment for yourself. Good. Let's take the right leg out to the right side, left foot in. And we'll take the right hand to the leg. We'll reach the left arm up as we inhale, and then lean over to the right as you exhale. So your right hand will slide down the leg. We're lengthening through both sides of the body, but especially the left side. If you want a little extra, you can inhale, rotate the heart up, And then exhale and rotate it down, like dropping that left shoulder down and maybe crossing your left hand over the right leg. Right? And as you inhale, you can open the shoulder up. And then exhale as you rotate it down. It's kind of like flossing, kind of the fascia and stuff on the side body. So maybe one more breath, you can move or not. And then with your next in-breath, you can lift all the way back up. And then just rest your arm down as you exhale. Take a moment for yourself, maybe a wiggle. And then we'll switch sides. So left leg will extend out, right leg comes in. Left hand to the leg. Sometimes we kind of crunch here, but we also want to be kind of lengthening out through the left side body as well. Right? So with your in-breath, we'll lift the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, keeping both side bodies long as you lean over. Again, you're welcome to just stay here and breathe. Or inhale, kind of rotate the shoulder and the heart up. And then exhale, rotate that right shoulder down. Maybe cross the hand over the left leg. And inhale as you open up. And then exhale as you rotate down. We'll do one more round of breath with or without the movement. Slow inhales, slower exhales. And then with your next in-breath, we'll rise back up to center. And then relax your arm down as you exhale. Just take a moment or two for yourself. Yay. We'll be coming to our backs when you are ready. Bring your knees into your chest, hands to your kneecaps, and just a little bit of circling, rocking side to side, and working fascia stuff here, and just really good stuff. So you might close your eyes and just kind of move in a way that feels good. And keep breathing as you're doing it. Good, and then we'll come back to center. And then let's lower the hands and feet down to the ground. I'm going to do a few dynamic bridge poses. I have a shoulder thing that's kind of bugging me, so I'm not going to do the full variation. So I will on my left, but not on my right. But as you inhale, you'll lift your hips and take your hands overhead so the back of the hand touches the ground above you. And as you exhale, bring your hips and hands back down to the ground. So as you inhale, you'll lift your hips and hands up. And if your shoulders are healthy, you'll take both hands back to the ground. And then exhale, rounding hips and hands back down. And another round or two, and you might close your eyes. And feel what happens in your body as you're moving. Try to articulate one vertebrae down at a time. Okay, this is hard, but it requires this mental concentration. Again, but it's also just really good for the body to get that mobility. And so last round of breath, you can exhale slowly all the way down. And then once you're down, just take a moment for yourself. Maybe a cleansing breath or movement or stillness. We'll do one bridge or wheel. Some of you might really want wheel. You can build that in, but we're just going to do one. So your hands can either be by your hips for your bridge or by your shoulders for your wheel. But as you inhale, lift your hips. And stay here as you exhale and try for 3 more breaths. You can adjust your arms as you like. Inhale full. Exhale a little bit slower. Last breath in here. And then you can slowly come back down as you exhale. And maybe you're articulating down, being very mindful as you come down. Once you're down, and again, do as you wish. Maybe movement, maybe stillness, but just be curious what you feel in the body. And we'll bring knees into chest. And let's extend both feet towards the sky. And debating what I want to do. I don't want to do that. I'm changing my mind. Bend your knees. Let's do some twists. I changed my mind. Arms open out to the sides at a T. We'll move with the breath a few times. So knees will be into your chest, arms out to the sides at a T. Breathe in here and then take your knees to the left as you exhale. And then come back through center again as you breathe in. And then knees to your right as you exhale. And we'll do this a few more times. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable. Feel into your jaw, keep your jaw relaxed, and keep your hands relaxed. Feel a stretch maybe in your hip or your back or your shoulder as you move in or out of the twist. And your inhales bring you to the center, and your exhales take you off into the twist, so you just alternate sides. And maybe another round or so. We started on the left, so we'll finish with the right. And after you're finished with the right, we'll come into a twist of your choice on the left. So it could be just to allow the knees to fall to the left again. I like to stretch my left leg out and then take my left hand to the right knee, guiding the knee over to the left. But again, any twist variation is good. Sometimes I'll play around with, once I'm in this twist, straightening the right leg out and bending the knee and just kind of feeling how that changes things in the body. And it's just kind of this practice of coming into the body that's really, really healthy for the brain, right, and thus the body. So this kind of exploring what happens when I do this, what happens, without the analytical thinking and planning and moving externally outside of the body. Right? So last round of breath in your twist. Again, the breath is really important, but we forget that. And when you're ready, you can come out and just a few moments to do, again, as you wish. Maybe a little mobility in the hip, maybe stillness, maybe you got to stretch it out or shake it out. And as we realize, we learn about ourselves in these moments. Right, so when you're ready, maybe you bring your knees into your chest again just to reset, open the arms out, and we'll come into a twist on the right. So whatever twist you did on the left, you now do on the right. I like to stretch right leg out, right hand to the left knee, guiding it over. Again, likely you're contracted, face, jaw, shoulders, and likely you're not breathing. So just keep breathing in, feel what happens as you inhale, breathe out slowly. Okay, again, you might play around with bending and straightening into the foot or the knee on that left side, or not. And last round or so of breath in your twist. And then you can come back to center. And a few moments for yourself. Again, just aware of what you feel in the body. Not trying to make any sense of it, even just feeling it and allowing it to be is really, really, really powerful. And so knees come into your chest when you're ready, hands to your kneecaps. And we'll inhale and just straighten the arms. So it's not core work. And then exhale, bend your elbows, bring your knees into your chest. It might just be really little movement. But as you inhale, we'll straighten the elbows, knees move away. And then exhale slowly, bringing the knees back. Good. Maybe another round. And you might close your eyes, relax your face and your feet and your legs. Good. And then after your next exhale, you can rest your hands and feet down to the ground. A nice deep breath there, and feeling the energy in your body. All right, so we're going to do a supine pigeon pose. Some of you at home that maybe, again, want a little extra, I've been loving doing this with a block, so I've been doing like a supported bridge pose, and then my pigeon pose, you can do it also with a foam roller. Again, not necessary, but, if you want. But we'll all take the right ankle and cross it over the left knee, and then lift the legs and reach your hands to the back of the left leg. And this is to stretch into the right hips, all that right side, the back, all of that right side. Right? But if you want, you can rock or kind of shift over to one side or the other. Okay? We're usually kind of stiff in our poses sometimes, but this just kind of roll to one side, feel how that stretches maybe down your leg or up into your back. You might shift over to the other side, see what happens. Another fun thing to do is to take your left leg and then take your heel over towards the right side of your mat and then over towards the left side of the mat. It's a little tricky, hard to explain, but you're going to take your foot over towards the left foot over towards the right side of the mat and then over towards the left side of the mat. So a little internal, external kind of rotation. Good. Again, none of this is necessary, but just things to explore. Right, last breath in this, and then you can come out. Right, take a moment for yourself. Right, you might need a wiggle or stillness or different stretch. Good, and then we'll switch sides. So it'll be your left ankle over the right knee. You can lift the legs, reach your hands to the right leg. Again, I'll give you a bunch of options, but you can just work on drawing the legs in. You can work on kind of rocking a bit side to side. Or you may even just kind of lean to one side and feel like, oh, I'm going to stay here and take a couple breaths. Right? Or you might take your right foot, if you like, and take the foot out to the right side of the mat and then over towards the left side of the mat. Right? Still pulling the legs in, just kind of, again, feeling how that changes things in the body. And breathing, of course, keeping the face relaxed and the jaw relaxed and the breath slow and steady. And then when you're ready, you can release this. And again, just a moment to do whatever you like. Being curious of how you feel, what you can notice here. And we'll bring knees into chest again, hands to the kneecaps. And then as you inhale, take both knees away, straightening the arms. And then exhale and bring both knees back. And then we're going to change it up a little bit. As you inhale, take both knees away from you. And then bring just your right knee back as you exhale. So you bend your right knee, or bend your right elbow, right knee comes back. And then inhale, we'll take both knees away. And then just the left side comes back as you exhale. And then inhale, take both knees away. And we'll switch sides. So right knee comes back, exhale. And then inhale, take both knees away. And then exhale, bring left knee back. Good, and then to finish, we'll take both knees away with the inhale and then bring both knees back as you exhale. And you can rest your hands and feet down to the ground again in just a moment, feeling the energy maybe in the sacrum area, the hip, the back. Good, and we'll come into our Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together. Open the knees out wide. Now, your choice what you do with your arms. You can take them to the body, to the sides, overhead. Maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. But again, come into the body, relaxed face, jaw, forehead, cheeks, chest, belly, back, hips, feet, toes. And breathe consciously. Still move the breath in, slower breath out. And last breath here. You can come out of this in a moment for yourself. Our next pose together will be Shavasana. I recommend bringing knees into chest before you come into your Shavasana, but you're welcome to add in anything else. Maybe an inversion, a happy baby pose, a supported bridge pose, maybe a different twist or stretch, maybe nothing. Right? You might be ready for your Shavasana now. But take your time, add in anything else you need for your practice, or would like for your practice. It doesn't even have to be a need, it can just be a want. And then when you're ready, you can settle into your Shavasana. I sit up so that, just to maintain some awareness, but your job, you lay down, relax, and the feet, legs extend out along the mat, a little wider than hip distance. Toes roll out to the sides for a little external rotation of the legs. Arms come to the sides with a little bit of space between the arms and the ribs, and you might kind of externally rotate the arms a bit, opening through chest and shoulders. If you have any discomfort, though, adjust. But we want to be extra comfortable. Just allow your breath to now find its own rhythm. You might take a cleansing breath to release the breath practice, where you breathe in through your nose and then open the mouth as you exhale. But then just allow the breath to fall into its own rhythm, right? And then once you're settled, you can take a moment to consciously scan your body. Look for these areas of contraction. Common, normal areas are the face and the jaw and the shoulders. And so you just soften these areas. But then there's lots of other areas. We hold energetic tension around our hearts, in our bellies, we hold tension in our back and our hips. We hold a lot of tension in our body. So just scan, see what you can find, and then just relax completely and allow your awareness to just rest here. Right? The mind will say you need to think about this now and pay attention to this now, but you have a choice. Right? You choose whether you go back to the mind or whether you... Actually, we kind of unconsciously go back to the mind, but you can realize that, oh my goodness, I'm thinking again, and I'm not breathing again, I'm tense again. So when you notice this, know that it's normal and it's okay, but it's not healthy. So consciously choose to send your awareness back into the body, just resting your mind and the body. Right? And in this process, we kind of open up to this other space, and we get connected to these deeper parts of ourselves. And so for now, our practice is just rest, though, to do nothing more, just to be. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some awareness back to your surroundings. And allow some movement to come back into your fingers, your toes, your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs. You can take your time, move slowly, but as you're ready, you can bend your knees and make your way to lie on either side. Coming into the fetal position again in just a moment there, and coming back into how you feel. And then as you're ready, you can press back up to seated. In our practice, we bring our hands to our hearts. You might even close your eyes again and just again awareness inwards, connecting with that yourself, not the mind, not the body, but that other self, that true self. And so I thank you so much for your practices. Namaste.
Thank you, Gracie.
Yay, thank you guys. Okay, and hi Katie and Shannon. I didn't see you, Katie, until later. Hi. Yay. Awesome. Thanks for joining again, Rachel. Yay. Nice to meet you, Monica. I've heard so much about you, but it's fun to see. Where do you... Are you in Florida, Monica?
Miami, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yay, fun. Cool. And Rachel, where are you at? You're muted, Sue. Sorry. Oh, she's not in. Oh, well. Rob, where's Rachel? I can't hear Rachel.
She's from Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was someplace else. So, yay, that's so fun. There are good things about this Zoom stuff. Allie, you got the disco balls, the disco lights? Oh, she's gone. She gone. I thought she had her disco balls. Okay.
Wait, I have to know where Monica's pants are from.
Monica's pants.
My pants are,
That sounds so crazy.
the kids all playing.
Gotcha.
Terez. It's a company called Terez. Terez.
Cool.